Hi everyone, this is Maryann here, revealing light, tarot, astrology and spirituality. Wherever you are in the world when you're watching, a huge shout out to you. Thank you all for your comments and your likes on my last video. Thank you to everybody who has supported this channel in whatever way they can. It is very, very appreciated. And also to, I got a beautiful necklace, not this one is beautiful, but from a viewer, and I just want to thank you for that. I'll get round to wearing it in the new year. It's a beautiful light filled, I would just classify it as a light filled necklace. So thank you for whatever you do to support my work, including in the comments section with your courtesy and your information that you bring to the channel. So thank you. All right, we're getting close to Christmas, aren't we? Only a few more days, couple more days here in Australia, and of course everybody's frantically trying to prepare, including myself. I'm busy working on New Year's videos, including 2025 tarot scopes. I've nearly got them done. They'll be released, I think, between the week between Christmas and New Year. And then next week I'll be doing I'll be recording my annual predictions, which is a big thing for me because I mainly concentrate on clairvoyance, certainly for the first part of the video. And some of those images, particularly the year that I got the Pope passing away, it was the older Pope passing away. I got that image, and I think within a few weeks, even a month or two, he had passed away. I want to go back to my last reading quickly. I just revisit that quickly. I said that the gloves would be off with the Democrats. I said they weren't going to support Mike Johnson to retain his bid for speakership. And my prediction about Johnson losing the speakership eventually might come true. It's all in the timing. Well, within 2 days of that reading, the Dems were playing hardball with the government shutdown funding bill, and all of that, the way that played out with both Musk and Trump being ignored, Trump wanting to raise the debt ceiling so that he can do his massive tax cuts, wanting it to be done on Biden's watch, not on his. What a lowlife, let's just put it that way. And Musk, of course, trying to block certain things in the bills that would have been detrimental to him, and for whatever other reasons, flexing his muscles. We all called him President Musk after that, and of course 45 became very upset about that and has issued a statement that Musk works for him and that he's very much the president. I've been cautioning since the election not to give our power away. I've been saying that the Democrats will be a force. I think my headline was Dems regroup, would be a force in the coming year. And I think we saw that. I think we saw that in the House. Now, in relation to the funding bill, I said that if it did shut down, it'd only be for a very short while, because there was a solution that was being found, and it had something to do with going back to a past iteration of the bill. Now, the government funding bill was passed. It was just after the shutdown deadline. However, the machinations of shutting down the government hadn't started yet, so that was avoided. And they did go back to a past version of the bill without the debt ceiling, but unfortunately they left other things out as well, including cancer funding for kids. So, I heard Hakeem Jeffries, the opposition leader in the House, say a setback is only preparing the ground for a comeback, and I do believe that the midterms will be absolutely fantastic for the Democrats. And the reason there is because also I've been saying since the election that if he was inaugurated, that he will fail miserably in his second term, absolutely miserably. So it's going to almost be, well, it'll be interesting to watch that failure. but it will be more interesting to watch those that voted for him rue the day that they did. And I think the Musk 45 relationship, as we can see, might be unravelling a bit. Remember what 45 did to Steve Bannon when his popularity started to increase? He got rid of him. So anyway, on to today's readings. This will be my last video before Christmas, and then I'll be returning next Monday with a video, probably the New Year's videos. And throughout January, I'll only be on Your Sunday, My Monday, once a week. As I take some downtime, I'll probably pre-record some videos, and I'll take some downtime at least for the first 2 weeks of January. I'll take this opportunity to wish you really, really joyful and peaceful and restful and happy holidays. Okay, let's get started with the reading. A couple of topics in no particular order. Some of you have been asking about the 14th Amendment, and will that stop? Will that be raised by Congress, and will that stop 45 from being inaugurated? Unfortunately, that would take 2/3 of the House of Congress and I think 2/3 of the Senate, in Congress. And the Supreme Court ruling indicated Congress would almost have to impeach that president. Now, I don't see, given the Republicans will hold both houses, that's going to occur. What I think might occur is that someone like Raskin or someone else might raise it as a, let's take a look at this around certification. But as for it keeping him out of the presidency, I don't think so. I would hope that it would, but we can ask that question, but I don't think so. My analytical brain is saying no. And I do have to bring the receipts. I can't just indulge myself. So let's have a look. We'll ask the question, will 45 be forced, let's see. Will the 14th Amendment keep 45 out of office in 2025? Will the 14th Amendment keep 45 from being inaugurated as president? Will the 14th Amendment keep 45 from being inaugurated in 2025? So we get here the 5 of Pentacles, money. I've been saying for a while now the economy is not good. And then we get inevitability. And inevitability. This is also, people feeling victimised by what's going on. It's interesting. I was thinking this morning that if he does make it to inauguration, that 90 million people didn't vote. And I brought that figure up just after the election. 90 million registered voters didn't, or eligible voters did not vote in the election. And it's like he wants to create a big, huge fireworks around his inauguration. And in reality, it's going to be a fairly sombre, low patronised type of event because people are feeling like this. Okay, let's have a look at the Ace of Pentacles. That's a new start and a moneyed new start at that. We know that, we know with him wanting to raise the debt ceiling exactly what he's about. We get defending oneself in the past. Now, it did come before the Supreme Court. However, it was only should he be on the ballot. And all of the Supreme Court, that's where it is. The whole 9 justices, including the progressives, said no, he couldn't be kept off the ballot. Now, again, they've made it. They put a big roadblock in terms of it in the Congress by saying that 2/3 would have to approve, and we know that's not going to happen. Now, I'm wondering, given we've got the Tower here, let's not get too carried away. The Hierophant there. I'm wondering if someone's going to raise this in the Congress. Anyway, we'll take a look. We've got reunions, home, families. That's my card for the Democrats. And we've got the Hanged Man. I think that that some Democrats might raise this when they're objecting to the election. We get the Eight of Pentacles. That is the apprentice card. It's somebody who is learning their craft. It's in the hopes and fears, his competency perhaps, or what happens if he couldn't take the presidency. Of course, it would go to his vice president, JD. So we get the Nine of Pentacles in the outcome, and also the Sword, Knight of Swords, and the Page of Swords as well, and the Chariot. So there is a matter that is going to be brought forward. This conversation is gaining traction. Do I think it will be stopped by the 2/3 of the Congress? No, I don't think so. But somebody's raising something. Somebody is raising something. We'll get some clarification. It's a crossroads here, and because morally in every other way, he shouldn't be allowed to be the president. We know that. Consistency and the King of Pentacles. There are certainly money issues here that I'm already seeing over his inauguration and his time in office. A huge amount of grifting. And of course, we will have to sit by and listen to those stories come out as we did 4 years ago, or in his first term. What's going on here? So there's an issue around money that's going to cause it's probably his inauguration fund. It's those stories that are going to come out before he is elected. There's just no transparency here. Okay, so can you clarify the Nine of Pentacles, having everything one needs? And we get the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, logic. The Eight of Pentacles, adjustment and loss. And we get Dominion, the Two of Wands, Dominion. So he is going, and the Ace of Cups, he overflowing emotion. He is going to be, I think, unless something happens with his health, I think he is proceeding toward inauguration. However, it's just on such shaky ground in terms of there's a huge money scandal about to break for him. This is nothing new. I can't believe I'm so resigned to this scandal. But I do also think that somebody is in the Dems are going to raise this and then going to thrash it out and have their say around this. Will the Dems raise this? Of course, if they put it to a vote, it's unlikely that it would win. Will the Democrats raise the 14th Amendment? I'm more seeing a money scandal breaking before the inauguration. Could even be foreign ties. I mean, what happens then if his grift is just so unlawful? What happens? What happens then? Is somebody going to raise this 14th Amendment? Okay, so world weariness, boundaries, guardrails, surprises, and the World card, endings and beginnings. This is part of the end of a cycle. As I keep saying, the Nine of Cups, and there it is again, and the past. Okay, yeah, somebody is going to raise it. A lot of anxiety here. Also, that's my card for Russia, for grifting, there's a lot of anxiety around how he's behaving. Magician, manifestation, can also be manipulation and making a decision. It's tough. It's not going anywhere. But we also get the Chariot, things getting out of control, and the Page of Pentacles. So somebody is definitely going to raise it. And because I've got the Tower and the Judgment card here, there is something here. There is something here. Rather than the 14th Amendment, yeah, somebody's raising that, but I'm coming back to this money scandal. Foreign money. The Lover's card, of course, and the Hermit. Yeah, I think there is a big money scandal about to break, and I don't know what happens then if it's so bad. Now remember, he only has immunity if it relates to his official duties as set out in the Constitution. Now you already heard Judge Maryann in the New York case saying that he found no issues with immunity there. The crimes committed, because he is a felon, had nothing to do with his official duties. And so I'm wondering if this money scandal is so huge, if we see this foreign interference here. There's something coming down the line that's going to be pretty big to do with a money scandal 445. And yes, they will raise the 14th Amendment, but it is unlikely. You saw that 10 of Wands. It's unlikely to go anywhere. All right, let's go to Russia. I promised we would look at Russia. Some things are happening in Russia. Some things are happening for Putin. Of course, he's threatened NATO. He says prepare for war. His defence minister came out the other day and said they were actively preparing for war with NATO. On the other hand, NATO is preparing for war with Russia. You know my dream of the soldiers running through the wheat fields and a larger scale war breaking out there. Putin has also said his Orishnik missile, it's a hypersonic ballistic missile that's capable of carrying a small, small or otherwise. Remember, I saw that missile clairvoyantly the day before he shot it into Ukraine. He says that they can't counter. The West has nothing to counter that missile. In the meantime, the Russian economy is gone to the dogs. As you know, the World Bank has, the Russian bank has literally just thrown up its hands. And I read reports today that 2,000 Russian soldiers have refused to cross the Dnipro River in what they see as a suicide mission. So you've got troops actually disobeying his orders. So what I want to know is, Putin, are you getting close to being taken out in any way, whether that's politically or assassinated, which I've always seen him being? Let's see, Putin. Let's see. How strong is your grip on power? Show me Putin's grip on power in Russia. Show me Putin's grip on power in Russia. And so we have anxiety and we have debt. Okay, things are pretty bad financially in Russia. I know those two cards. And we get him wounded as a result. He's precarious. 10 of Pentacles is in the past. The oligarchy, the good times, in the past. He's doing it tough in terms of his grip on power. Now we have the devil. I'd never underestimate Putin, and neither does anyone else. That's in the sky, and we have strength. He's going to show strength, and this is what he does when he's weakened. He shows strength, pushes someone out the window, fires another missile, whatever. Now, in the present, we have dreams and wish fulfillment, but the environment around is on shaky ground. And you can see the water in the past with those troops refusing to cross the river. Interestingly, in the hopes and fears, he gets the world card. Every time I see the world card now, I go, watch out, pay attention. It's the end of a cycle. That's in the hopes and fears. And we get the crossroads. The crossroads. I can't help but smile this close to Christmas. 3 cups lost, 1 remaining. He is a desperate person. And there's an inevitability of change here. Ooh, illusion and delusion, and money. So I think his biggest problem is they're running out of money. It's the financial situation in Russia, and people are hurting, and his grip on power has been weakened. So, Happy Christmas, Vladimir Putin. All right, let's have a look at, just to be cheeky, let's have a look at how does 45 feel about Musk. Let's see if that's changed. All right, what can you show me, Claire? Oh, by the way, so many of you pointed out with my clairvoyant image of somebody holding a coin that was transparent, that actually was Bitcoin. That was a digital currency in relation to what Musk wanted. You're on the money there. That's exactly what I saw. He wants the rise of a cashless economy, and not just him, but many others. All right, so Musk and Trump. 45 was not going parallel with Putin, but how's he going with Musk now? Once a buddy, a big benefactor. What can you show me with Musk? 45 and Musk's relationship. 45 and Musk's relationship. Someone's knitting. They've lost stitches. Okay, so this did hurt Musk and his ambitions. And he's learning a valuable lesson around 45. 45 will not tolerate being upstaged. What can you show me? Pandora's box. Somebody's opening up a bag of money, and in there is a thread. How long is the thread? Okay, so 45 will have compromat on Musk as well. If he hasn't got it, he'll be getting it. That's the way he works. Musk's inadequacy has ill-prepared him for battle with 45, if it ever comes down to that. Okay, any lasting images? Ooh. Musk better be careful or he might lose his head. Okay. I should say I saw his head in the guillotine, and that's because of my constant images around the French Revolution vibe in the US at the moment. Okay, so let's just have a bit of levity around Christmas time, or holiday time, whichever way you choose to celebrate. Okay, so show me, how does 45 feel about Musk? How does 45 feel about Musk? Russia. Yes, Russia. And the sun. Abundance, yes. Happiness, yes. Russia, perhaps some kind of emissary. There is a link between Musk and Russia and Trump. 3 people in the room. And we get thieving and deceit. Funny that, isn't it? We get the judgment, some sort of inevitability card, very karmic card here as well. This is what I'm going to, if he's inaugurated, what I'm going to enjoy in 2025 is seeing him faceplant multiple times. Page of Cups, both of them faceplant. Page of Cups, some kind of bombshell or surprise, and we get the Queen of Wands, women. Harris, motivation and passion and charisma. Justice is in the here and now, karmic justice, because the judgment card is here as well, and the truth emerging. Guardrails in the hopes and fears, they kind of seem like they've been dropped, don't they, in the US at this time. It is very volatile. It's iffy. Okay. When push comes to shove, 45 will choose himself every single time. He has to make a decision about, I think, cutting Musk loose in some way. And there's a betrayal. There's a betrayal coming up. Here's the smug merchant. He already got his wish from him. 5 of Pentacles, interesting, money, and then death, the ending of something. What comes after his betrayal and divorce? Okay, J.D. Vance perhaps comes back into the frame. Interesting. After Christmas, I'll look at J.D. Vance. Okay, so the other question some of you have had is, will there be a major pandemic, given that, well, we don't know if Kennedy will be elected or confirmed by the Senate. We don't know that yet. I'm kind of not falling into those reading on those cabinet picks, because we have to get through January and the inauguration first if it goes ahead. There's a scandal ready to be brought forward. It could even be to do with money. Foreign money. All right, let's have a look at the a pandemic. Regardless of who is head of the health department, who his cabinet secretary is, he ballsed up the response to COVID. Let's see. Will there be a pandemic, a global or a pandemic in the US or across the globe in 2025? Will there be a pandemic in the US or across the globe in 2025? What can you show me? So we have disappointment, and we have the Queen of Cups, something being let out of the bag. I'm wondering if someone brings something in to the country via asylum seeking or something like that. Control, the Emperor. The Judgment card is in the past. I think it's already there. Are we talking about swine flu? And the Truth, the clarity in the truth, and a bombshell. I think something's already there. Now we have the Knight of Cups in the present and isolation. Hopes and fears is Page of Pentacles, that it stays contained, small. We get the Nine of Pentacles and a lot of anxiety. The regulations being, I think there's going to be some fallout around regulations being dropped. Something gets through in that way as well. Perhaps not a pandemic, but perhaps something into the food. There's something going to occur. The sunlight and the Three of Pentacles. Something overseas as well, and the High Priestess. I wonder who's getting ready to do what. Yeah, sabotage something. 45 has a lot of enemies. It looks like they're. It looks like that the swine. Let me just let the dog out because he's crying. It looks like the swine flu is already it's pointing to something already being there, but it doesn't look like it's major. What I'd be more concerned about is that a dropping of regulations may allow something to proliferate. That's what I'd be more concerned about. That's one scenario. The other scenario I saw was someone bringing something into the country. Okay, so last question, Poillevre. Pierre Poillevre. Also want to say that when we talk about far right, it's easy just to generalize, and I want to say that the US version of extremism, where you have conspiracy theories and just crazy, I was almost going to say that word, crazy stuff. In Europe, the far right, other than the neo-Nazi parties, is less into the extreme. And as I understand it in Canada, from some viewers, depending on what your point of view is, that Pierre Poilievre is not as extreme as, say, the MAGAs. But I don't know. Now, will he be Prime Minister after the next election? Pierre Poilievre be Prime Minister of Canada at the next election? Pierre Poilievre be Prime Minister after Canada's next election. Pierre Poilievre be Prime Minister after Canada's next election. Alrighty, so we have here a new plan, a new project, and it gathers steam. And the Ace of Cups, a new emotional reset. We have grief and loss is in the past. And we have something coming to fruition in time. I really didn't want to see so many wands. The Chariot, again, something gaining momentum. The Ace of Swords is the truth. The environment around is wounded in battle in Canada. The courts in the hopes and fears, the Hierophant, higher authorities, and the voter. And the King of Wands, another. People, but we have betrayal and restriction. So the mood and someone's downfall. So he gets 2 yes cards and 3 no's. 3 yes cards and 3 no's. And defending oneself. A scandal is going to dog him badly. He's going to come up and he's going to have to defend himself against some sort of scandal. It does turn a lot of voters off, but in the meantime, right now, at this very point in time, he's got a lot of energy behind him, unfortunately, because Trudeau is very weak at this time and Trudeau's party is very weak at this time. But something's coming along which could change things. It's like he's engulfed in some sort of scandal. For anyone worried about Canada becoming the 51st state of America, we, Australia, Canada, the UK and various other countries are a member of the Commonwealth of the United Kingdom. And so, no, America cannot usurp Canada. Canada is sovereign. Canada is also part of the UK's Commonwealth. And if they did invade America, America would be at war with the UK. Now, a lot to read on when next I do see you. I will look at the UK and Europe in 2025 as part of my readings for January, and also the Middle East as well. But for now, I'm going to leave that there, and I'm just going to say happy holidays, everybody. Thank you for your wonderful support. Remember to look after yourself, and if you can find something to smile at, if it's the sunlight coming through your window, if it's the bird chirping on your windowsill, whatever you can do to give yourself a little bit of a break. And remember what we saw from the Dems, they have regrouped and they will bring this strength to bear in 2025 because the GOP cannot govern, are finding it very difficult to govern. And remember, this term is not the same as the last term when you had Paul Ryan, a whole lot of Republican stalwarts surrounding 45, keeping him away from his worst self. This time, no, he's got clowns and grifters and billionaires surrounding him, and it's a big free-for-all. And so with the economy the way it's going, don't expect 45 to succeed in any substantial way. In fact, there'll be multiple failures as the Democratic Party just keeps getting stronger and stronger. And on Social Security, I do want to say that I came across a story saying some people who have Social Security will get their payments will get higher payments as a result of the bill that went through at the time, this week. So hopefully that might be a nice thought to have around Christmas, that anyone who is on Social Security might qualify for that extra payment. I'll put a link to what that is in the comments section down below. All right, thank you for tuning in. I'll be back next Monday. So no Wednesday, Thursday video. but back Sunday, Monday for you. Thank you very much, and bye for now.